Hi, and welcome to Balls Deep. My name is Steve. As always, with me is Dean.
Hello there.
Sam's not with us this week, unfortunately, but we're going to carry on because, my word, what a day for Spurs and a weekend for the Premier League.
Bloody interesting. If anything, I think I heard it was nearly a record. Well, no,
It was a record.
20. Yeah, it was a record, and all 20 teams scored in scored in the Premier League, didn't they? Which is a rarity.
All 20 teams scored, and it was the most goals. Is it the most goals ever scored in a 20? Yeah, I believe it was 41 goals.
Yeah,
so it's the most goals ever scored in one Premier League weekend for the 20-team season.
For the neutrals watching Match of the Day, it was bloody awesome, mate.
And all of them were Berbatov.
Yeah, you can't, although traitor, the bastard, but what an incredible player! What an absolutely pleasure to watch
on his day.
Fucking amazing, absolutely amazing. Just everything to do with him was great.
Yeah,
if only he was still Spurs, eh?
Yeah, well, to be honest, it'll go 5 games now without a goal.
No, of course it. Yeah, exactly.
Or 5 games without a game.
Yeah.
Right, so
injure himself.
Where do you want to start? Should we start with just the wider Premier League and then go into what we just watched? Because I still need to calm down a little bit after that. I'm a little bit worn out.
Me too. Well, I'll leave you to introduce each of the games, etc.
Okay. Right. Okay, so Arsenal, scum.
You can't, I don't know, they did play pretty well, but watching it on Match of the Day, all right, you can't tell a lot from the highlights. Watching it from Match of the Day, it looked like they were going to throw a 2-0 lead away, if I'm completely honest, again. But it's a shame Aston Villa didn't get into the click of things. But then again, I don't know, Arsenal played some good football and they got their goals at the end of the day. So Arshavin was pretty good from what I saw on the highlights of Match of the Day. He was pretty good. You couldn't knock him. But it's a shame they won. But then again, they quite frankly deserved it. Yeah. And that Clark for Aston Villa, he scored a cracking goal, he did. That chest on the outside of the box and then on the volley, that was sublime. That was lovely.
What do you think of Aston Villa's chances this season now? You think about where,
Problem is, my opinion on problem is with Aston Villa is they blow hot and cold. 1 week, like for a few weeks, they'll have some blinding results, and then they'll just sort of look like some middle table mediocre team to me. Like
they're just done 6-0 and 8-0 and 7-0.
Well, they don't sort of, nothing majorly stands out about them. Do you know what I mean? There isn't. All right, Ashley Young's he's a great little player, and John Caru's a good centre forward, but none of them really are on form, or they're not sort of. No one's screaming about them in the media or anything like that. They're just sort of there, if you ask me. They don't pose much of a threat. That's the way I look at it, in a sense.
No, I agree. I mean, I think it's the classic joke, Aston Vanilla.
Yeah,
they're just very plain,
bland. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh, it's Aston Villa. Oh, them.
Yeah, if you can't have like mint choc chip or
yeah,
or like Rocky Road or something, you have to stick with the just the bog standard Aston Vanilla. I mean, to be honest, I mean they're now looking at them in local terms, sitting on the same points as Birmingham with an inferior goal difference.
Well, yeah.
I don't think Houlier's done anything, and I think the main reason to talk about Aston Villa is realistically this 80 million price tag on. Young, what the fuck?
Young, he's a good player, mate, but where the hell did anybody come up with 80 million? That's the sound of a desperate club. I mean, Young, I like him. I do rate him. He's not the greatest at the moment, just because he's very young. Excuse the pun, but that's to me that's a cry. That's a desperate cry to everyone in the league to say, please leave off like our one player that we could possibly rely on, or there is a difference in our squad, because, well, they haven't got no one else. Young's the only one that really stands out, if you ask me. Like, doesn't really do. Stephen Ireland turned up. He's a fresh face, but like I said, they're just mid-table. Nothing stands out about them.
No.
Nothing. See, even this conversation's really vanilla.
It's really boring, isn't it? Okay, so the last thing on Aston Villa is, I'm going to call Aston Villa now bloody every time without even knowing it.
There you go.
I think I would disagree about the price tag on Ashley Young as a stay away from him. Please God, he's the only thing we've got.
Right.
I would say that maybe 80 million is a Yeah, seriously, he's a great player. He's a great player. If we'll take 20, we'll take 25. Come on, Man City, we'll take 30 off you. We'll
Yeah,
take
no, you look at it
take
like that.
half price deal.
Might be a clumsy sale sort of
Could
pitch
be,
to
I
the
don't
Premier League.
It's pretty poor. I mean, the realistic figure of keeping teams away from your player was the the Gary Cahill, 15 million.
Yeah,
This guy we want to keep him, and it puts him in the high echelons of
break the bank area, isn't it?
yeah, it does. Because in Luka Modric, is a club record at 16.
Yeah.
So anything else took your eye from the games this weekend?
I can't think, like I was mentioning to you earlier, I can't think who scored this cracking free kick. I'm sure it was either Wolves or Blackpool. I can't fucking remember who it was for the life of me, but this free kick was absolutely incredible. It annoys me. I might even be getting it confused. It might not even be bloody Wolves or Blackpool. It might be someone completely different. But this one free kick, I can't remember who the fuck it was. But if anyone listens, just watch Match of the Day and see if you can check it out, because it was fucking one of the best free kicks I've ever seen. Oh, who did it beat? It was who was it against? I think it was against Everton.
That was West
That would have been West Brom then, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Albion. I was about to bring up Everton. What the hell is going on with their season?
I tell you what, this season I kind of picked them to be a team that would be on the edge of the top four, or someone we would consider having to really, really battle with, other than, like, say, Man City or even Bolton, for instance. They're up there now. Everton, yeah, I thought we'd have been battling them for like the top four place, or just the higher tier of the league. But they've got a few problems, haven't they?
I think this season proves, if you, during your summer break, if you didn't invest or evolve, look at where you are now. I mean, 14 Birmingham, 15 Aston Villa, 16 Everton, 17 Fulham. Now you look at 6 Bolton, 7 Sunderland, 8 Stoke, Stoke,
and just
and 9 Newcastle. You flip that around. That's the top last season.
Yep, exactly.
So it's like a mirror. It's a mirror. If you cut out the UEFA, like during the Champions League, and like obviously they only ever guarantee 5th place, didn't they, for UEFA? Yeah. And then obviously FA Cups, if the top 4 teams qualify, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
It drops down. But yeah, if you put a mirror across, like between Liverpool and Blackpool, it's the reverse virtually of what we would normally see at the stage of this season.
Shocking, like completely unexpected. But I think Blackpool are having the bloody season of their lives at the moment. I was going to put a bet at the start of the season on Blackpool being the quickest team to ever be relegated, the team to have the most goals scored against them, and for the team to score the least goals. I was going to throw everything against them, because I thought they were going to come up and get absolutely hammered every week. I thought they were going to be like 5-0 every week. But I'll tell you what, Jesus Christ, I didn't expect them to be in 11th position at all. They're playing some fucking great football. Holloway's doing a great job with that team. Great job.
Oh, couldn't argue against it, because not only is he such a great, honest manager,
classic manager,
he's fantastic, but he wants his team to get the ball on the ground and play football, and West Brom do that as well. Yep. And that is the thing. Most of the teams now, even Stoke, is starting to get the ball on the ground and play a bit of football.
Yeah.
And look where they are now.
There you go.
They suddenly clocked on. It's like, yeah, okay. Some weeks you might get absolutely spanked from it, but other weeks you'll get results you never would have got by playing fucking, 8 at the back. Your goalkeeper like fucking with like 3 guys next to him, all like in a can on the line of the goal or something.
It's when you look at the league, just even staring it, like Villa, Everton, Fulham, all at the bottom. Blackpool are up there, like Newcastle, Stoke. It's unbelievable. All the underdog teams just really fucking giving it some.
Playing football.
Yeah, precisely,
mate. Just going for it, playing football. The top half of the table has not been able to outspend the bottom half this year like in previous seasons. Even Man City's spending has slowed quite a bit.
Because they realise money doesn't buy power, mate.
Oh, exactly. And quick, before we go on to the Spurs match, because obviously we've got to talk about Werder Bremen.
No, of course, yeah.
We've got to talk about Liverpool. But the whole thing, because I was talking to Rick. You know Rick, don't you?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. To him last night on the phone, and he was saying, "Oh, everyone hates it's a conspiracy against Arsenal. Everyone hates them because no, they haven't got an English backbone to
it's
their team."
it's a conspiracy against Arsenal.
Yeah,
Who
it's starting
by
to
it?
say, yeah, even
Who
Arsene,
by it?
yeah, even Arsene Wenger is starting to rub off on their fans now that there's obviously something going on, that everyone hates them, the media's against them, refs are against them, everything's against them because
That's ridiculous. I
they
love
don't
my
have
conspiracies, but that's stupid.
an English core to their team.
Well,
But
no, quite frankly.
to be honest, if you right, a history lesson in some respect, I had to give some miss because it's like if you think about it, when Spurs brought in Aussie Idealers,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it was one of like the first times you started to really, really bring in foreign stars to the English top division,
yeah.
you know, and we were getting them at a fraction of the cost of what the English players were demanding. And it's the same situation now. If you think of what Gareth Barry and James Milner demanded for their transfers up to Man City, and then you
Yeah.
get Rafael van der Vaart. I mean, okay, he goes off injured today early, but it happens. But you get him for 8 million as opposed to 25. And you've got Ashley Young, like what? Aston Villa want, 80 million.
80 million for him.
Yeah, yeah, that's why teams don't have English 50 players because no one's going to pay 30 million for an
For
average
homebred
player.
talent, you
Yeah.
know. But it's like going back like years and years and years. It was talking about like crazy fucking prices and stuff, wasn't it? Jimmy Greaves, when we ended up selling him to AC Milan, that was like a record. I think that was a record signing back in its day. I can't even remember how much he went for. When we had an evening with him, he was talking about how he didn't want to go there at all. But yeah, no, I completely agree with what you're saying, mate.
Because
Completely.
if you look at it, all the Premier League records in the late 90s was Alan Shearer's transfer. Then it was Andy
How much
Cole.
did he for?
And it was like, what was it? It was Alex. You had Alan Shearer's transfer. I think it was like 6 million, and Andy Cole went like 7 million.
Mm.
And I can't remember. I mean, people have to let me know. I'm not going to look. We're talking off the cuff here. We're not looking all this stuff up while we're talking. But
We're not A-star for
yeah,
pundits. So.
exactly. The point is that you go back to like even 98, 99, you got players breaking records for the 7, 8, 9 million mark. And now you've Ronaldo and Man City just 25 million, just throwing it around here, there and everywhere.
Just getting fucking stupid, isn't it?
Like it's the magic, it's the magic number, isn't it? What's he worth? 25 million. There you go. What's he worth? 25 million. There you go.
Yeah.
What's he worth? 16 million. Have 25 million. It's fine. We'll keep the change. We'll take it.
Right, shall we start on with the Spurs games?
One last thing, quickly. I just want to talk about the
Go on.
Newcastle
No, go
Chelsea
on.
match.
Yeah.
Right. So
I didn't watch this, however, so...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I did watch this, and 2 points, really. Apparently, Spurs are deluded for talking up the title challenge. Well, there you go. And that, Chelsea dropped more points.
Uh,
So